Oh, I don't think there's any question they've lost their independence. I mean, I don't see how Powell could be a human being and not be impacted somewhat by what's going on from the executive branch and some members of Congress. I think the rate cut likelihood is probably 50-50 tomorrow and 100% by the next meeting. And, you know, I think what we've seen here is one of the most insane sort of procedures where we have markets at all-time highs, unemployment at 50-year lows, and now we're, you know, pulling the Vito Corleone, you know, give him an offer he can't refuse to the Fed chairman to make sure that he cuts rates.
But you're not suggesting that the Fed or Reserve chair would cut rates because the president's making him, are you?
Well, I'm not suggesting that that's the only reason, but I'm certainly saying it's a higher likelihood than 0%. And it seems to get higher and higher as the rhetoric turns up. And remember, each day we're getting closer to a re-election, which will start tonight for the president. And so I can't imagine that this is going to turn down as far as pressure on the Fed to do something.
Luke, what's your take? What do you expect tomorrow? And do you think the president's comments are a factor?
Yeah, we expect for the Fed to stay on hold tomorrow, but to probably hint that a little bit of dovishness, a little bit of downside risk, and hint towards that cut at the July 23rd meeting. At least that's what we thought a few minutes ago. I think when the president brings forth these kind of comments, it actually pushes a little bit the other direction. I worked for the Fed for 6 years, and I've seen doves and hawks go at it about QE and about interest rate hikes and cuts. And the one thing that they all agree on is the need for Fed independence. So this might actually work against the president a little bit.
You mean work against him in the sense that, look, by consensus and by the implications of the market, they're not expecting a cut tomorrow, so that it would basically swing things in favor of, look, we're not going to move tomorrow, and
right.
We'll leave it for the data to tell us what to do later.
Right. So the Fed always is going to keep the mandate from Congress in mind, and that's what they're going to shoot for. But if it's a 50-50 and they feel like they're getting political pressure, then they'll probably, you know, stick to their guns and show that they do have that independence. Because in the long run, if they don't have their independence, they don't really have anything at all. Most countries where you have the monetary authority under the thumb of politics, it doesn't turn out very well with inflation.
Luke,